Okay, so have you seen this whole thing about online video like taking over the internet? Turns out it wasn't just hype.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. The demand for streaming video, especially like live stuff, has just exploded.
And listen, we love our binge watching, right? But all that data, it comes with a cost.
For sure.
Like, when was the last time you had to deal with buffering lag, that dreaded spinning wheel of
Oh,
doom?
yeah, tell me about it. It's the worst,
Ah,
especially when you're trying to watch something live and you miss something crucial.
exactly. And it's not just annoying either. It points to this like fundamental problem with how we're delivering online video.
Yeah, our current systems, they just weren't built for this kind of demand. They're struggling to keep up.
And it's not like this problem is going away anytime soon.
Right.
We're only going further down the rabbit hole with VR 360-degree experiences.
Oh, totally. And the technology is only getting more demanding.
Right. Like imagine trying to stream a whole sporting event where you can like see every angle in perfect detail.
Oh, man, that's a ton of data. And we're not even talking about late field streaming yet.
Light field streaming. Okay, so that one's new to me. Break it down for me.
So it's still early days, but basically, instead of just a flat image light field video, it captures like the direction of the light rays.
Yeah.
So you get this truly three-dimensional experience.
Whoa, so I could like lean around objects in the video.
Yeah, exactly. You could peek around corners. It's like being right there in the scene.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, I need that in my life. ASCP.
It's going to be huge, but it's also a bandwidth hog. Like way more data than anything we've seen before.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And that's the challenge, right? How do we deliver these kinds of experiences without breaking the internet?
Okay, so we've got a problem, and it's a big one. But that's where Theta Network comes in, right? They're claiming to have a solution. And get this, it involves blockchain.
Blockchain for video.
Yeah.
It sounds a little out there at first, I'll admit.
Right, like at first glance, it's like, what do crypto and streaming even have to do with each other?
Exactly. But Theta's approach is actually really clever. They're not just trying to make streaming a little faster. They're aiming to solve these fundamental issues of bandwidth and cost.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So how do they plan to pull that off? Give me the breakdown.
All right, so imagine this. You're watching your favorite streamer, right? But instead of relying on some far-off server farm, the video is actually being delivered partly by other viewers like you.
Wait, so my computer becomes part of a giant decentralized network, like a massive global watch party.
Exactly. SATA calls it a world cache. Your device can share already watched parts of a stream with others nearby, taking some of the load off traditional content delivery networks.
CDNs, right?
Yeah.
So I'm helping to deliver the video, making it smoother for everyone and saving streaming platforms money on bandwidth costs.
You got it. It's a win-win for everyone involved.
Okay, that is seriously cool. Where do I sign up?
Well, that's where Theta's cryptocurrency comes in the Theta token. By sharing your bandwidth and contributing to the network, you earn tokens.
So I'm not just helping out, I'm getting rewarded for it. It's like getting paid to watch.
Pretty much. It creates a direct incentive for users to participate, which helps the network grow stronger and more efficient.
Okay, I'm liking this more and more, but let's talk tech for a sec. Because blockchain and video still feel kind of like mixing oil and water to me. How do they actually make that work on a technical level?
That is a great question. And that's where Theta's innovation really shines. You see, traditional blockchains like Bitcoin, they weren't built for the sheer volume of transactions you'd need for something like streaming video.
Right, because we're talking thousands, even millions of tiny payments happening every second as people share bits of a video.
Precisely. It's a data deluge. And that's where Theta's multi-level Byzantine fault tolerance consensus mechanism comes in.
Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're gonna have to break that down for us mere mortals. What in the world is a multi-level Byzantine fault tolerance consensus mechanism?
Okay, fair enough. Think of it like a two-tiered system. You've got a smaller group, the validators, and they're responsible for confirming transactions quickly. Then there's a much larger group, the guardians, and they periodically check the validators' work, making sure everything is secure and accurate.
So it's like a system of checks and balances, but for video streaming.
You got it. The validators keep things moving quickly, while the guardians provide that extra layer of security and reliability that you expect from a traditional blockchain.
So we've got this fast, secure system, right? But wouldn't it still like bog down with millions of people streaming at once?
That's a great question. And that's where Theta's approach gets really elegant. Instead of every tiny payment happening on the main blockchain, they use something called resource-oriented micropayment pools.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna need you to unpack that one for me. Resource-oriented micropayment pools. Sounds a little intimidating.
It's not as complicated as it sounds. Imagine you're at a bar, right? Instead of paying for each drink individually, you could open a tab.
Okay, I'm with you.
So with Theta, it's kind of similar. Your Theta wallet creates this dedicated payment pool for the stream. It's like prepaying, but way more flexible.
So I've got this tab open, and it's constantly paying out to whoever's giving me the best stream at that moment.
Precisely. And the really cool part is that the network automatically figures out the most efficient way to deliver that video to you.
Oh, wow. So it could even like switch between different viewers who are sharing bandwidth,
Huh?
and I wouldn't even notice.
Exactly. No more buffering just because someone walked out of range with their phone.
Yeah.
It's seamless.
Okay, that is slick. But hold on a second. How do we make sure people don't like game the system?
That's where Theta's use of collateral comes in. It's clever, actually. To participate in the network users, put up a small amount of Theta tokens as a security deposit.
Okay, so it's like a safety net.
Exactly. It keeps everyone honest because bad actors, they risk losing their collateral if they try to pull a fast one.
So it's like a built-in trust system, making sure everyone plays by the rules? I like it.
It leverages the power of blockchain for security and transparency, which is what we want.
Okay, this is blowing my mind. We've got fast decentralized streaming, we've got micropayments. What else can this Theta network do?
And we're just scratching the surface. Remember, we talked about blockchain being more than just cryptocurrency. Theta also incorporates smart contracts, and they're compatible with the Ethereum network, which is a big deal.
Okay, back up for a second. For those of us who haven't quite wrapped our heads around the whole blockchain thing, remind us what smart contracts are again.
Sure. So in simple terms, a smart contract is like a self-executing agreement. It's written in code, and it automatically enforces the terms of a deal without needing a middleman.
Okay, so it's like a digital contract that just does what it's supposed to do. No funny business.
Precisely. Think of it like a vending machine, but for anything you can imagine.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get it. But how does that play into the Theta network? Give me an example.
All right, so imagine a musician, right? They're live streaming a concert.
Yeah.
And they want to sell some limited edition digital merch directly to their fans who are watching.
Oh, like a virtual merch table.
Exactly. But because it's all running on the blockchain, everything is secure and transparent.
Okay, so we're not just talking about like grabbing a t-shirt after the show. We're talking about owning a piece of the actual performance. That's next level.
It is. And because it's all tracked on the blockchain, there's no question of authenticity or ownership. It's like having a digital certificate of authenticity permanently attached to your merch.
That is seriously cool.
Hmm.
Okay, so we've talked about better streaming for viewers. We've talked about new revenue streams for creators. But what about the bigger picture? What kind of impact do you think Theta could have on the entertainment industry as a whole?
Honestly,
Hmm.
I think this could be huge.
Yeah.
It has the potential to really shake things up.
Yeah. How so?
Well, right now, most of the power is concentrated in the hands of a few big companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Theta, it puts the power back in the hands of the creators and the viewers.
Okay, so it's like this whole decentralization thing we've been talking about, but for entertainment.
Exactly. It's like cutting out the middleman and creating a more direct connection between the people who make the content and the people who consume it.
So instead of just passively watching whatever's put in front of us, we can actually have a say in what gets created and how it gets distributed.
Precisely. And we can directly support the creators we love without having to go through these big corporations.
Okay, yeah, that's a game changer. It's like the Wild West of entertainment all over again.
In a way, yeah. It's
Yeah.
exciting. It's all about empowering the little guy and creating a more fair and equitable system for everyone.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
So much potential for innovation and creativity to flourish. Is there anything in particular about Theta's vision that really gets you fired up?
Oh, man. For me, it's the smart contracts. Like we talked about before, they open up so many possibilities for building new and innovative applications on top of the Theta network.
So it's like they've created this platform and now it's up to developers to come in and build the future of entertainment.
Precisely. And that's what's so exciting. We're just at the tip of the iceberg here. There's so much more to come.
Man, it really feels like we're on the cusp of something big here, doesn't it? Like the early days of the internet when everything felt so new and full of possibility.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And just like the internet revolutionized how we communicate and share information, Theta has the potential to do the same for how we consume and experience entertainment.
Okay, well said. Well, I think it's safe to say that our deep dive into Theta Network has left us with a lot to think about. It's not just about faster streaming. It's about fundamentally changing the relationship between creators, viewers, and the content itself.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So to everyone listening, if you're even remotely curious about the future of online entertainment, do yourself a favor and check out Theta Network. You might just be surprised by what you find.
And who knows? You might even want to be a part of it.
Until next time, stay curious, everyone.